What did your drill instructor say that you still hear in your head 20 years later? I was 18 years old at Marine Corps Boot Camp, Parris Island, South Carolina. It was week 7, and I was barely hanging on. I'd lost 20 pounds, hadn't slept more than 4 hours a night in weeks, and I was seriously thinking about quitting. Our drill instructor was Staff Sergeant Blake. Not the biggest guy, maybe 5'9", but he had this presence that made everyone shut up when he walked in a room. He'd served 3 tours in Iraq and had a Purple Heart from Fallujah. That Tuesday morning, we were doing rifle drills in the South Carolina heat. It was pushing 95 degrees by 8 a.m., and we'd been at it since 5. I was exhausted, dehydrated, and my hands were shaking so bad I could barely hold my rifle steady. I dropped it, just let it fall right there on the parade deck. The entire platoon froze. You never, ever drop your weapon in the Marines. It's one of the worst things you can do. I stood there staring at my rifle on the ground, knowing I was about to get destroyed. Staff Sergeant Blake walked over slowly. Didn't yell, didn't scream. He just stood there looking at me, then at the rifle, then back at me. Pick it up, he said quietly. I grabbed it immediately. Private Hayes, you know why you dropped that rifle? He asked. No excuse, sir, I said, using the standard response. Wrong answer, he said. You dropped it because your mind quit before your body did. Your arms didn't fail you. Your head did. He stepped closer. The whole platoon was watching. Let me tell you something that's going to save your life someday, he said. Your body can handle 10 times more than your brain thinks it can. The only thing stopping you is the voice in your head telling you to quit. That voice is a liar. He pointed at my rifle. That weapon weighs 8.5 pounds. You're telling me an 18-year-old man can't hold 8 pounds? Your grandmother's purse weighs more than that. I felt my face turn red, but he wasn't done. Every single Marine in this platoon has that same voice. The difference between the ones who make it and the ones who don't isn't strength or speed or intelligence. It's who tells that voice to shut up and keeps moving anyway. He made me hold my rifle above my head for the next hour while the platoon continued drills. My arms were screaming. That voice in my head was begging me to lower them, telling me I couldn't do it, that I'd pass out, that my arms would give out, but I remembered what he said. The voice was a liar. I held that rifle for the full 60 minutes. When he finally told me to lower it, I couldn't believe I'd actually done it. 20 years later, I'm a high school teacher in Ohio. I ran my first marathon last year at 38 years old. Around mile 18, my legs were done. Every part of me wanted to stop and walk. Then I heard Staff Sergeant Blake's voice. Your body can handle 10 times more than your brain thinks it can. The voice telling you to quit is a liar. I finished that marathon in 4 hours and 12 minutes. When my dad got diagnosed with cancer, I spent 6 months taking care of him while working full-time and raising my own kids. There were nights I thought I couldn't do it anymore, that I didn't have anything left to give. That voice came back. Your mind quit before your body did. Last month, one of my students was about to drop out of school. She told me she couldn't handle it anymore, that she wasn't smart enough, that she should just give up. I told her what Staff Sergeant Blake told me 20 years ago on that parade deck in South Carolina, that the voice telling her to quit was a liar and her brain would give up long before her body actually failed. She graduated last week with honors. Told me she kept hearing that phrase every time she wanted to quit. Staff Sergeant Blake retired from the Marines in 2010. I found him on social media last year and sent him a message thanking him for that moment. Told him how many times those words had gotten me through impossible situations. He wrote back, "That's the point, Hayes. I wasn't training you for boot camp, I was training you for life."